Yes, yes, of course. We are live, and I welcome you to our morning call. Um, I would like to give this introductory remark to the people who have been the part of our business, that you can aim higher and dream big. Many people are making millions, others are making thousands of dollars, others achieve nothing. Why? Because of their behavior. In Royal Q, people are trading. They are using Royal Q to trade very successfully. Others are building the team and affiliate of the professionals, and they are benefiting big from their system. Of course, when you build the traders, you build a system, and the system pays you all the time when, of course, you are in the game, you are in the business. That's how we call it sometimes. Now, others have totally failed to do it because of their excuses. I call it excuse because sometimes when you join something, some business, you put money there and you disappear, you are deceiving yourself. You don't deceive anybody either. The one who gave you information, you don't deceive the company. You are deceiving yourself because you are the one who is losing. You put money in business. For example, you activate your robot, you put capital, you disappear from where you should get skills to help you to build the future success, and you become yourself. What do you think that will benefit you without knowledge? What do you think will benefit you without understanding? In the blockchain orientation and in this business, knowledge comes first. Knowledge is the factor that is above all, because it will enable you to keep exploring and keep, of course, um, adopting and understanding the system, as innovation is endless. They keep updating, they keep innovating, and when you get skills, you are updated. Of course, you are up there. You can get new skills on the daily basis, on the weekly basis, so that you can trade successfully using the new features that are being added in the system, as the blockchain innovation is endless. So now, I kindly request you to make the knowledge a priority, so that you can either use it to trade and you use it to build the system and the affiliate. Thank you so much. Let me welcome our senior lecturer to take us for, of course, through the lecture for today. Our senior lecturer, you're most welcome, as I welcome our brother Feki from Lesotho. Over to you, sir.
Yes, yeah, thank you very much indeed. Thank you for the moment of the introduction, and of course, the assurance that we normally give to our people, so that they get to understand that we are moving and we are consistent, small by small, but then we are moving on. True, there are many people who have the robots, they have understood the robots, and they are simply relaxed. They are not taking the matter of their activity seriously. It is a pity, but it normally happens. Even in real business, we go to towns and you will find that in one season after another, people are entering new premises that have been left by people who were trading there. What happened? It is just because some other people could have already achieved the target of their business. Some people join in business just for a season, for a small moment. They are not there to build an industry. They are just there and they are already contented. You probably know people in your place who have businesses and they are already contented. They want the business simply to buy food and probably to pay fees for children. Once it is able to do that, to them, it is okay. They are already contented. They are not dreaming big. And yet you find that a neighbor is thinking of using the business to buy a plot of land. and to construct, to build, so that eventually the family will enjoy the ambience of a big space where they could settle in time. So that would be the goal for the other one. But for the goal of the person, the businessman, number A, for him, he is only after getting food and school fees. Accommodation, land, and things like that are out of the question. It is not in their imagination. It is not in their dream. But for businessman B or businesswoman B, they are targeting land and acquisition of some of this kind of property where you construct and you have a space for your family. So it all varies. For some of us, we are thinking of something that is very good for the long run. And so we are persistent and we are consistent. If you're thinking similarly, that is wonderful. If not, oh, sorry. But what can we do? We encourage people really to think big, and that is good. Okay, now going into our activities, I want to remind the people, I don't know if people still remember that we placed this video one time in our group where there is this gentleman who is informing us of very important dates in the month of March. Like which dates have already gone. He informed us that on the 10th of March, there is going to be something that will affect the cryptocurrency market. He also informed us that when we get to the 14th and when we get to the 15th, these 2 days, there will also be some important activities that will affect our business, the cryptocurrency business. And then eventually, he says on the 22nd of the month of March, also, there will be something that will affect us. Well, I may not want now to continue talking about this. The video explains it all. It has it. I may not want to continue talking about that. The video explains it all. It has it. But what is the date today? It is the 22nd. It is the 22nd. So what are we to expect? The guy tells us that when we get to this 22nd of the month of March, a big thing is going to take place. There is what we call the FOMC. FOMC. FOMC is going to take place. FOMC. FOMC actually means Federal Open Market Committee. So there is going to be Federal Open Market Committee meeting today. America is just waking up in the morning. They are going to discuss and discuss and discuss. And then at an appropriate moment, they are going to pass their resolution. There is the Federal Open Market Committee meeting today. So Fed, in other words, you have already known that Fed is much more responsible about the financial issues, the bank issues. Federal Reserve, it is like the bank in America. It's like the central bank we have in our African countries here. So the Federal Reserve is actually going to hold a meeting. There is going to be Federal Open Market Committee meeting. They are going to look at the statistics of things that occurred and they released on the 10th. They are going to look at the statistics of things that occurred and they were released on the 14th and on the 15th. And then they are going to look at the overall performance of the economy of the USA today. And then when they look at that all, it is to help them come up with the next announcement of the inflation, or we should say the interest rate. So today, they are going to tell us is the interest rate just going to stay the same, no increase, no downward movement? It should stay, the interest rate, should it stay at the current level, or should they increase with 0.25%? Or should they increase with 0.50%? Okay, let me type it properly. 0.50%. 0.50%. These last two are especially what we should expect at the appropriate time when they will announce the interest rate. They are either going to increase with 0.25 or they are going to increase by 0.50. When they tell us in the evening that the interest rate they are going to announce today is that they will increase, but they will increase by 0.25. The moment they tell us that they are going to increase, but they are going to increase by 0.25, what should you expect? It is going to be wonderful for the market. Maybe today the crypto is going to shoot up, and probably we will finally see Bitcoin at 30 today. If they will release and they will tell us that the figure for interest is going to be 0.25, and they can declare it, by the way. If they do this, then don't be surprised that in the evening today, you are going to see Bitcoin at $30,000. On the other hand, there is the alternative of increasing by 0.50. When they increase by 0.50, what they are telling us is that the economic situation is not yet very good. It requires something much more powerful to handle the economic crisis in the USA and also on the entire continent and in the entire globe. So if they choose to go for 0.50 from their meeting of today, what did we say is the name of the meeting? We have said that the meeting that they are going to hold today is FOMC, Federal Open Market Committee meeting. Federal Open Market Committee meeting. If they will declare that it is going to be 0.50, they will be telling the world that things are not yet okay. The economic situation is not very good. And what will happen? Don't be surprised if in the evening today, you will see a dive downwards, and probably Bitcoin maybe will fall back to say 25,000. These are possible things that will happen today after they have concluded the FOMC meeting, the Federal Open Market Committee meeting. Fortunately for us, whether Bitcoin will go up to 30K or whether it will drop down to 25K, we are aware that this is not necessarily to say that something is terrible and we should fear. With our robot, a downward journey means constant and regular buying of the margin calls. So please prepare yourself so that you have the needed capital. In case of a downward journey, you should be able to replenish and replenish and replenish the margin calls, because Bitcoin can easily become cheap this evening. And if you are trading with Bitcoin, then you can as well buy Bitcoin to stock in the evening in case they will announce 50%. Sometimes they talk of 50 points. They normally sometimes also talk of 50 points. They will say that we are going to increase the interest rate by 50 points. When they say by 50 points, they are simply meaning that they are increasing by 0.50%. Then they talk of it as.
Excuse me, lecturer.
Yes, please.
Someone who is new here, he may think that those people control Bitcoin. Why is Bitcoin, when they announce the rise of interest rate or the fall or of course, of interest rate, why does Bitcoin or the crypto markets are affected to either go up or go down because of announcement of those people? Do they control Bitcoin?
No, Bitcoin does not have a company. It does not have a CEO. Bitcoin is completely independent. However, the general movement of things in the market will affect its price. The general movement will affect its price. It is like when refugees are running to your city from neighboring countries and they are running to your city, they are finding where to stay in your city, you will just be surprised that the rentals, the price of rent, the amount of rent is going to begin to increase because there are those of them who come and they want to accommodate their people. So there will be some effect. The effect, it is not just to say that the people with houses have something that is actually happening. It is just because the cheap houses get finished, the expensive ones are the next ones, and the more expensive ones are the next one. So this is not necessarily that America is really the one with Bitcoin and they are the sellers. No, it is just that the market responds because of such events. The market is just responding because of events. For example, if they increase the interest rate by 50 points, then you know that by increasing the interest rate at 50 points, people will be reluctant to spend money because when the interest rate is increased, people prefer that the money should stay in the bank. Okay? You just look at this situation. Let me put the two together. I think that is a good point you brought up. If the interest rate is increased by 25 points, as they say, which is of course 0.25%, and then if the interest, on the other hand, is increased by 0.50%, let us look at it like an ordinary person who wants to put money in the bank. If the interest rate is increased by 0.25 and you compare with 0.25, what does 0.25 do? An interest rate of 0.25 will attract someone who has money in the pocket to take his money to the bank because he will see that this interest is good. I should not miss it. The interest has increased. Why should I leave my money in my pocket? They will push their money to go to the bank because they are interested in receiving this better interest. The interest has increased. So people will want to pull their money and push to the bank. Those who have money outside, they will want to take it to the bank. What about those who had their money already in the bank? They will be reluctant to pull out their money. They will be reluctant. They will not be interested in pulling out their money. They feel the money should stay inside there and benefit from the interest. So these two things will happen. If what? If the interest rate is increased by 0.5%, by 0.50 or by 50 points. Those with money outside, they will push the money to go back into the bank. They want the interest. Those with money already inside, they will be reluctant to pull away their money. They will be reluctant to pull away their money. Now, what happens? Bitcoin wants money. So if people instead are pushing all their money inside the bank, and the ones with money inside the bank don't want to pull it out, then because Bitcoin wants to survive on the money people have in their pocket, this is where we say that the price of Bitcoin then will likely fall probably to 25,000 or something around there. Why? Because money available in the hand of people to buy Bitcoin will become reduced. And when money is reduced for buying, definitely prices of commodities and prices of things fall. Let us say that we are in the month of, say, the beginning of the year, maybe January. In the beginning of the year, money in the hands of people are targeting school fees. Money will be targeting school fees. So what happens to the price of goods, the price of other things? You will find that the price of goods, the price of other commodities will have to fall. Why? Because people do not want to buy anything. They want to keep their money for school fees. And so prices begin to fall. The price of goods, the price of produce, the price of certain commodities will suffer. Traders will be yawning. There is no money. Traders will be yawning. There is no money. That is the reason why we are confident that if today they will tell you that the interest rate has increased, what will they will be their money in the bank, reduce money in circulation. Money in circulation will suffer. The people with money already in the bank, they will be reluctant to pull away their money. They will want the money to stay inside. And so money in circulation will be small. And so Bitcoin may suffer because there is nobody interested in buying cryptocurrency. There is nobody interested in investing in the cryptocurrency. On the other hand, if it happens that the choice is they are picking the 0.25, what happens if they are picking the 0.25%? What happens? People will be understanding that, okay, they have reduced the interest rate. So it means that a person who had money outside here will not be very much interested in taking the money to the bank. Why waste your time and take your money to be locked in the bank? When the interest rate is reduced, it means that the benefit of keeping your money in the bank is not there. It's not there. The interest rate is reduced. So if you had your money in your pocket here, why take it to the bank? There is no benefit taking your money in the bank. The interest is very small. You gain little. Also, for those who have their money in the bank, the money is already in the bank. They announce an interest rate that is very small. You begin to wonder, why should I leave the money in the bank? The interest rate has been reduced. I leave my money in the bank, I gain very little. Why should I gain very little? These are the people who will pull out their money. And when they pull out their money, they will want to invest it elsewhere. That is the reason, the very reason. The money already in the hand of the people will not want to take it into the bank. They will want to remain it with them in the pocket. The money already in the bank, people will see that the interest rate has dropped. Why should I leave my money for the bank? The interest rate is small. The bank will give me very little. I don't want to leave my money here. And so what do? Off, they pull out the money. So where will money be? With a 25% increase, it means money will be in the hands of people, and people will look for where to invest. So they will likely buy Bitcoin and the price will go up because everybody will withdraw money and they want to buy Bitcoin. So Bitcoin will rise away from the current 28 and it will move towards 30. So in the understanding of what I have explained now, you can easily see the dynamic. If it is 0.25, it means that there is not much benefit leaving your money in the bank. So those with money in the pocket, they will not want to take their money to the bank. They will say, why should I waste time taking my money in the bank? They will want to remain with the money.
Sorry, senior lecturer, here it is amazing. It is very clear, meaning that those who bought Bitcoin and they store it now, when they announce the less interest rate and it goes up, automatically they will make profit. And when they announce the, of course, the higher interest, it means they will buy more quantity so that they can keep more stock and they benefit from buying, right?
Precisely, exactly. That is the thing. That is the thing. So we should equip our Royal Q robot. I can see time has moved. We should equip our Royal Q robot. For those who already have the robot, they understand the dynamics. We should equip our Royal Q. There is a likelihood of a journey downwards. So buy, meaning put capital so that you will be able to buy and buy and buy when it becomes cheap. We are not running from the market. We enter the market, but for the purpose of buying. So be sure you have enough money to keep buying because the price might fall. And what will cause the price to fall? That is if they will announce a wonderful profit of 50 points, people will push their money into the bank. The market is going to fall. For you, you're not going to push your money in the bank. Put it in Bitcoin. That is one scenario. If instead, in the evening hours, the announcement is made and it is 0.25, wonderful. How many of the margin calls do you currently have that are in a line? They will sell and they will sell and they will sell. And so you are going to take good profit for yourself in the evening. For some of us, we have our robots ready to take care of that. And in fact, there are one or two people here who may not even know of this news, and they may not even have to bother with this news. They will simply have set their robot and the robot is ready. For example, here, if I go to my trade setting, I have my trade for the Bitcoin, my trade for Ethereum, and so on. Sometimes when the trade is moving upwards, the price is moving upward, it is okay. What is the price at the moment? The price at the moment is shown here. The current price of Bitcoin is at that level right now. That is where we say that there is a possibility it will go up. There is a possibility it will come down. How many margin calls do I have now? I have already bought like 19 different cartons, if I could call it in the layperson's language. It is as if I bought 19 different cartons, or it is like I bought 19 different packets, different cartons, different packets. So these 19 different packets in the evening may sell Probably I may sell maybe 6 of them, or probably 8 of them, maybe 10 of them. We wait to see in the evening hours when they will make their announcement. To them, it will be morning hour Yes, indeed, to them, it will be morning hour, because right now it is still dark and it is still night in the United States of America. When they will open and they will start the Federal Open Market Committee meeting, the Form C meeting, it will to us be in the evening hours. For them, they will be in the morning, they will open their office, they will meet, and then they will resolve and they will announce. So my 19 packets will probably go, a good number of them will be sold. If the price is coming down, I will buy many more packets, and the money is available, at least $138, 138 USDT. And we remember we buy using only $10 each time it falls, $10. When it has fallen, $10. So this is at least able to buy for me a good number of packets. If the price will fall, I probably will end up buying and adding until probably it gets to say 25 maybe, or 26 or 27. So that will be the benefit of buying because of the market movement. Thank God the robot is set and it is ready. Even as I speak now, if I open the robot, you will see when I open the robot that the robot is ready. It is on the alert right now. After buying the 19, it is waiting. If the price will fall and it is below 27,826.43, it will buy number 20, and I will end up with 20 packets. In fact, we call them margins, 20 margin call. The number of margin call will move and it will become 20 if the price will fall below or less than 27,826.43, it will buy. But if instead the price will go up and it will come up to this one here, it will go above 28,330.83. If the price will become greater than, you can see the greater than sign there. If the price will become greater than 28,330, then it means that the packet number 19 will have made already its profit target. And so number 19 will be sold at a profit, and I will remain with 18. Then again, the robot will continue to change and it will look for opportunity to sell number 18. When 18 is sold, the robot will continue to adjust and it will look for number 17 to see if it will sell. If it is sold, it will go on to look for opportunity to sell number 16 like that. Also for the downward journey, it will go and buy number 20, and then it will look for more opportunity. When opportunity comes and the price has fallen, it will buy number 21, and I will end up with 21. If it will continue to fall, it will go on to buy number 22. These are set, and it is available in the robot. Our robot is amazing. With the 120, you have solved your problem of worries. All you now need is, or are, all you now need are, as we have said again and again, you need capital so that you can buy, you can trade very, very well. Because the market can go deep and you need to buy several times. You need capital. And then also you need the skill so that you can actually give the correct instruction to the robot, and the robot will be able to follow. The robot is able to do a good job. But remember, it is you to tell the robot what the robot should do for you. The robot does not just jump and pick a currency and begins trading. That is a lie. It doesn't happen like that. It is you to tell the robot. And that's why we spend a lot of time training, because we want to give people the skill. The skill is required. The capital is required. Two things are of very great importance. The capital is needed, and then, of course, the skill is needed. And the capital needed is obtained in various ways. By forming your team of traders, you can increase your chances of boosting your capital. With a good team that you have built, you can go to V2, you can go to V3, 4, 5, and in the whole of East Africa, there is only one person at the level of V5. There is Julius Kabanda. He is the only one who proved to be very serious, very consistent. He has moved to the level of V5. He has enough capital. In a month, he really gets into thousands of dollars. Sometimes he gets $10,000 in 1 month as benefit because of building the team. And then he has the skill. He has really done a lot in training himself, and is also able to teach many people. So not many people have got the capital, because we are still building our teams from small until it grows. Then we will have the good capital we need. Also, our trade is able to do us a good job. So for now, at least I think we have spent an hour now in the Zoom session. Probably we will keep it at this point. But be sure that you have kept good capital. If you have not kept good capital, consider putting additional money, maybe if you have, in your wallet, so that you can move with the market in case the market in the evening will drop. Sometimes it drops, yes, but after dropping, and very serious dropping, like to 25,000, as we have said, if it drops to 25,000, don't think you are going to buy at the end of the month, because there are people who are already aware Bitcoin may drop, and they have kept their money ready. The moment they see this drop, they will withdraw money from the bank seriously, because there is no interest in the bank. They will withdraw money from the bank very, very seriously. They will try to put in the money in the market and so on. And you find that it stays at 25 only for 1 hour. Next, it is 26. It stays in 26 maybe for 4 hours. Next, it is back to 27, and then eventually to 28. So the drop is very brief, and it will go up. So please, this is the information that I think is appropriate to give to our team members in the morning session of our Zoom. We thank all who have been in a position to benefit from this arrangement. Some people have gone off, maybe because of data, maybe because of some other commitment in the course of the day. That one is okay. We only wish it would be possible for them to follow the recording so that they can benefit. But of course, being available firsthand is sometimes better than following the recording. The recording you can follow later, but being available firsthand is also the best. Thank you very much indeed for all who are present. This is where we have to stop for now. Yes.
Wow. Good. Very important information, education, and inspiration, of course. Actually, it's very unfortunate for people who miss this education, and they just position themselves to be the part of cryptocurrency and the blockchain. Someone put money in the business and he's just there, especially those people who say, like those ones who are in the meetings, they are rushing, we're going to hear what will happen, We believe in what we create. We don't believe in what will happen, because the happenings will always be there depending on different events with uncertainties, sometimes what you cannot control. But mind about what you can control. What you cannot control is none of your business. Good enough. We are together with our brother Feke from Lesotho. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to Mr. Jean Paul.
Yes, I hope you are enjoying the lecture.
Of course, yes, of course. This is very important information. So thank you so much by the updates of the rising and falling of the markets. We are gaining a lot. So we are very, very, very grateful. Thank you.
Welcome, brother. I believe you are becoming a professional trader when you enter. What you need is fast understanding, and of course, that's what we are giving you. I believe when you start, you will become the best, not only the trader, but also the leader, because we are creating leaders, we are creating professionals, and I believe you are going to become important to very many lives of people outside there across the globe, as we are doing it. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you, my leader.
All right, let's call it a day, and we meet again at the next hour of our class, of course, in the afternoon. May God bless you, senior lecturer, and may God bless you, our brother Fike, and others who have been with us. Let's meet again, and we keep, of course, educating and learning.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed. So we wait for the